Now just what did Buddy think was gonna happen? These are all the conditions for a perfect crime. Dark, no one around, and he just willingly walks into it because of a woman. Now I'll give him the benefit of the doubt here because he is clearly intoxicated, his judgment is impaired, and maybe he wouldn't do this under normal circumstances. Maybe. These days you can't be too sure. Anyway, I gotta say, I kinda expected this to be the end of him here, but despite being drunk, he actually caught on pretty quick. I'm kinda impressed. Kaneki, on the other hand, realized a little too late. Fortunately for our drunk buddy here, someone came to his aid right on time. Blade, aka Eric Brooks. And I'd say Blade is on a pretty clear mission here. For the most part, I'm a pretty simple woman, which might be kind of hard to believe, but I'm not really indecisive when it comes to what I watch. 9 times out of 10, if it has some sort of action, a motive, some fighting, and a little or a lot of bloodshed here and there, I'm game. Extra points if the lead character is arrogant, has some sort of traumatic past, and if it's revenge based. I mean, I like what I like, and Blade definitely fits the revenge based category. And like I said earlier, he's on a pretty clear mission, to find the one that took away his mother. Now he wasn't even born yet when he lost his mother, so I'm not sure if someone relayed that information to him when he got of age, or he somehow knew because he had vampire blood, I'm not sure. But the main point is, Blade did not take this laying down. Otherwise he wouldn't be pursuing these vampires. And it looks like he'll cut down as many vampires as he needs to get the answers that he's looking for. That's pretty much the premise of this Marvel animated Blade series. The interesting thing about this is that Blade came out half vampire and half human. And since he's half human and he's technically a daywalker, that puts him at a great advantage when facing off against these vampires. I mean, we all know that the sunlight is one of their greatest weaknesses. In other words, being a daywalker is a huge game changer, especially against the vampires. Now I know that this is only the first episode, but I already have so many questions. Like, part of me is wondering if Blade is just hunting down vampires just to avenge his mother, or if he'll continue to hunt vampires even after he gets his revenge. Clearly, his mother is probably what gave him the motivation to pursue vampires in the first place because he wants to find the one responsible. But I feel like even if he is capable of eradicating all these vampires, it's gonna take a lot of time, or it's gonna take some big plan, and he's definitely gonna need a lot of allies. But Blade kind of strikes me as a lone wolf type, and he doesn't necessarily strike me as a type that's gonna lead a group. Another thing I'm kind of wondering out the gate is if there are other vampires out there that are also half human like Blade, and if this was intentional or not. I mean, the way Blade's mom was running away from that vampire, I doubt she had any form of relationship with Deacon. So this is probably nothing like Castlevania, where you have a woman willingly falling in love with a vampire and bearing him a child. This was definitely strictly fair. Plus, I don't think a woman that's pregnant would be willingly out this late, at least not without a reason, so I do hope that they expound on that later on. I mean, the way Deacon's and Blade's encounter went, I really feel like there's a lot more to that story. Especially if Deacon himself is saying that he's been waiting for this moment, and especially if he's taking some of Blade's blood.
Can't kill you yet, Daywalker.
It's pretty clear to me that they're probably trying to figure out the secret to being a daywalker, and if they figure that out, I really do feel like the vampires would be truly unstoppable. And Blade might have a bigger problem on his hands than he's bargained for. Because what's scarier than a vampire lurking around at night is a vampire lurking around at day and night. At that rate, vampires won't have to resort to dirty tactics to lure you in or anything like that. They could be working with you or working beside you in your day-to-day life. And chances are, you won't know until it's too late, until they've already invited you over for dinner or something. Also, there was something else that kind of stuck out to me, and that was how this girl got mad at Blade for saving her life. He literally saved her life twice. I didn't catch her name, I probably wasn't paying enough attention, because she seemed like such a minor person I didn't think I needed to pay attention to her. but I really found that part a little bit ridiculous. Now part of me gets that maybe she's misplacing her anger because she did just lose her dad and she doesn't know who else to blame. But in this case, I do think she should probably blame the vampire that was responsible for her losing her father. And now she's kind of made it her life's goal to track and hunt Blade down for whatever reason.
Whoever you are, you're gonna pay.
I'm not sure yet, but maybe somewhere down the road, the two can end up working together and maybe band together to stop these vampires, but who knows. Anyway, that's more or less all I have to say about the first episode at least. It seems very promising. I've always remembered Blade being a really good series, and I watched it a long time ago like the movies. I just don't remember much about it. So watching the animated series will probably be a really fun journey, and it'll most likely help me remember key things. The only downside is that it's really hard to find this in really good quality for some reason, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have watched this. How do y'all feel about Blade overall? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, thank you for tuning in. Sierra Nova is out.